Guys, and what another glorious morning it is beautiful. The sun is shining very hotly. This place is starting to pick up a little bit. It's quiet last night, there's hardly anybody here. It's us. I think there's now 2 vans. Obviously all the hikers are turning up now, mountain climbers. I would have liked to get more lads to climb up there with us, like, but the day's only young. We are, however, going to go where we went yesterday for breakfast, because that was the best breakfast ever. We're going to go and get a breakfast, make a start on this day, and see which water we end up at the day. Because I'm thinking Low's water. Maybe try Low's water out. See some of these tremendous, awesome, beautiful views. You know me, I'm one for looking at the happy side of life and stuff like that. You know, we've pulled in, we've come to the Lake District to view this beautiful place, show you guys how much of a wonderful place this is. We've parked along here. We've been asked to move by an ice cream man because people can't see his ice cream van. So I think we're going to have to move. How dare we park right beside an ice cream truck? Shit happens there. I've just been setting up an ice cream man. Apparently he's going to sort us out. And when I went out, I asked him to sort us out. I didn't ask him to sort us out, I just went out to speak to him. But I got the finger. I thought I was recording the whole conversation, but I wasn't, unfortunately, again.
You're missing out on all.
I'm missing out on all the good stuff this time. But, calm your heart rate down. Got myself from pulling him out that fucking ice cream truck. It was that got me. I'll frickin' sort you out. When I pulled it, no, when I just say something, I says, you're going to ask everyone else that moves to that park share, you're going to ask all them to move. And his response, well, most people are in cars, so he's another Vanlife hater, which... That's the Lake District all over, really. They don't like vans around here, do they? Unless it's an ice cream van.
Have to sue him.
Hopefully there's no ice cream van parked up at Low's water. Comes to something, when you're getting moved on by an ice cream van. And I wouldn't care, I was just sitting here talking to all us, saying, shall we get an ice cream? But I think you can stick that ice cream up his bum. And I wouldn't care, there's ways of asking people, you know, like, but to turn around, are you going to be long? Because people can't see us. But you know what that's called? That's called tough shit. Oh, everyone else has heard him, look there. Everyone's heard him, nope, nobody can see him. We'll all have to shift. We've had our breakfast. We are now heading towards Low's water. That's where we're aiming for anyway, I think. Catch the sunshine. And I might even get the paddleboard out again. Ran over with. Calm myself down. I'm sweating because I'm annoyed. It's the way I asked you nicely. You know, you fucking didn't, mate. At all. There's ways that, you know what I mean? But most people are in a car.
It's got no permission, no, nothing.
Exactly.
To move anyway, mate, also.
Exactly. But we'll catch us in a bit anyway, guys.
An ice cream would have been really nice.
Hey, what an eventful morning it's been today. So we tried going down to Low's water. Yeah, we couldn't get next to Low's water, so we've come to Cummock water, which is beside Buttermere. There's 2 lakes together. You've got Buttermere Lake and then there's Cummock water. Like, we love the Lake District. This lake, it's such a beautiful place. But the amount of hate for Vanlifers and van owners around here is crazy. You know, the locals, they're not too keen on us Vanlifers. They've obviously got the stigmata about it. Oh, they do this, they leave trash and blah blah blah. That's not everyone, is it?
Ice cream man's just made his more thingy.
The ice cream man, honestly. The funny thing is, he was getting himself irate and annoyed. Customers turned up and he was still trying to have a pop. That's why I ended up going out the van. I don't like confrontation. And it wasn't that I was confronting him, I was just fronting him out. You know, because he was shouting through the window that he asked for nicely. Just be all of a sudden, you know, he had a couple of customers turn up and then he decided, oh, I'm going to shout through the van window. So he mentioned something about asking him nicely, blah blah blah, and that he was going to sort us out, which that's the bit that got me. So I was like, oh, hold on, you've got a couple of customers, you must be feeling brave. And I took my phone out to record it all, and I was gutted because he gave us some really good content. But the thing with the heat and my phone getting used for everything, for the camera, the sat nav. So when I've gone to record, my phone's overheating, and when my phone overheats, it won't use the camera. And I was gutted when I got back in the van and realised that whole conversation I had with the ice cream man hadn't recorded.
It wasn't a conversation, he was shouting you down, really.
He was trying to, yeah. I think it was the punters, the face on the punters when these customers, when he was, yeah, well, most people drive cars. And it was, well, I'm very sorry to inconvenience you that I've got a van. Personally, I don't give a shit. We're just going to come down here, enjoy the rest of the sunshine, the day, and have lots and lots of fun. Us down the lakeside, just so I can come up with the van to make a cuppa, because the van's actually quite close to the lake. The sky's just, I know a lot of people don't believe in chemtrailing and stuff like that, but you know, there is such, they have admitted to cloud seeding. Now cloud seeding is where they put a layer of vapour to bounce to reflect the heat off the sun, but when they do that, they fill the sky full of what looks like a smog, so it just looks foggy. It's a shame. I'm putting the drone up, you can see all the fog. The sun's coming back out now, it's starting to clear up, so I thought I'm going to come to the van, make a coffee, go back down there and chill out. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Oh well, my phone died. You know, just like I say, it gets used for everything. It's been getting used for the sat nav, it's been getting used for the camera, it gets used for the editing, it gets used for absolutely everything. But yeah, so my phone died. We've had a beautiful day, lay beside the lake, you know, out on the paddleboard again. Absolutely love the paddleboard. I wish I had gotten one ages ago. But we found a little pulling spot right beside Low's water. Like the whole wild camping thing in the Lake District, it is very difficult. There is a lot of driving around involved, isn't there? Because although there's car parks and places you can stay at, there's also restrictions. There is places you can pull in, like that place we went last night. We stayed there 2 nights because it was that amazing. The view from there was beautiful. You know, this where we are now. There is a couple of little places, but it's just they're few and far between. The locals, granted, the locals don't like van life, as that's one thing I have learned from this journey, from this trip, is how much the locals dislike van life as, especially ice cream men. I mean, God, what was I didn't know what that. I don't know who pissed in his ice cream this morning, but God, he got up on the wrong side of bed. But regardless, it's one of them. You know, you get people like that. Let them be them. We'll be us. And continue to show people that we don't leave a mess. You know, we do respect where we are. You know, we that's what. Yeah, that's what we do this for, because we want to experience how beautiful this place is. You know, and the only way to have it beautiful as it is to keep it beautiful and look after it. There are a lot of folk out there who do take the piss and who do ruin it, but that's not everyone, and they shouldn't paint everyone with the same brush. There's loads of fish in that lake down there. Now, we've tried to get along here earlier on, because where we are now, you kind of get to the lake from where this is, but there's park-ups further down, but they were all full the day. This was probably the busiest lake, because when we went to the lake we went to the day, it wasn't that busy. A lot of the kids are back at school today. I know that because I overheard a lot of people talking. Complaining about how busy it was. Yeah, had an absolutely brilliant day. So I need to get my phone back on charge while Ash is going to cook some tea. And I'm going to look through the... We've parked. We've got an abundance of blackberries. I am starving. I have worked up such an appetite. Pick some blackberries now, I think, and see where this night takes us. Another morning waking up at the Lake District. Looking forward to an exciting day. I think this road is a little bit nicer than the other way we were at, the other place we were at. See, the only downside of this park up is it's right on the bend of the road. I mean, there wasn't much traffic come through, but when it comes through you can hear it. It stopped around about 11 o'clock. Very peaceful, very quiet, and a very beautiful morning listening to the birds singing. The first 2 nights we stayed here, the park up we used was on a mountain. So it was quite high, there's no trees. There's no birds. But because we're parked out further, there's trees, there's birds. So it's nice to hear the birds singing, isn't it? Yeah, and this, right, if you're wondering why I've got a bag tied to my window, when there's no bins about and we've collected up a bit of rubbish, when it's the bag starts, especially if all that's just cooking and using like some onions and stuff like that, what I'll do is I'll tie it on here, tie the rubbish bag up a height. It means if it's left out here through the night so it doesn't smell a van out, mice and fox and that can't get into the bag and make a mess, pull it all out. So I tie it up a height. So we'll find a bin or take it home with us. Didn't sink the van, like I say, it didn't sink the van out. We're not sleeping with a horrible pungent smell of onions.
Garlic.
Garlic, yeah. Garlic, I don't mind garlic, but onions when you're sleeping in that floor. I'm just going to get ready and we're going to go for a walk somewhere. I think we're going to take a hike. Probably go for breakfast first though, eh? Well, that's just fell in love with that. Is it the chalet? There's a place called the Chalet Tea Rooms, and on 2 previous mornings she's had the squash avocado and poached egg, and she loves it that much. We're going back there again today.
For an anniversary snack.
Yep, because it's our 2-year anniversary today, so we're going to go for our anniversary breakfast. That's the one place she wants to go, so that's where we shall go. But yeah, have another awesome day at the Lake District. Oh, we've arrived at Winlaton Forest, I think it's called. But we've arrived here. It's not far from Keswick, which is where we went into. There's a place in Keswick, the chalet on the street. If you're ever to Keswick, try the chalet tea room out. Beautiful food. It's not even expensive, but it's really nice. Service is brilliant. So yeah, definitely recommend.
Quality grub.
Yeah, definitely recommend the chalet. But we are now going to take a walk. We are now going to take a walk through the forest. Have a nice hike out. Get my walking boots on.
I'll put walking boots on.
I'm putting my boots on, like.
Where we're going to end up, like?
I don't know.
So not sneakers,
No, boots. We'll have a walk through here. We'll have a little hike. Warm the legs up, get the blood pumping. Well, we're getting ready to set off there, but then more lads decides to have a nosebleed. Walking boots are on. Let's get going.
It's not funny.
It is for me. Well, I just heard a jet and hit the deck, and she's like, "No, no, I don't like that. If anything's going to make me run down this mountain, it's a jet."
Because it's going to be right in our faces, you know. It's like when we're sitting around that lake and everything, and they come right down, and we're right up in the air now. We're going to be like waving to the pilot and everything. Please do not come this way. I'm sweating at the thought of it.
Never mind sweating, climbing up a mountain. You're sweating because you're scared in case a jet comes along.
Exactly that.
And here's me thinking, I hope a jet comes just through these mountains, just whoomph. I love that.
I knew you were thinking that because you're a pervert.
I'm a pervert for fighter jets. Beautiful, this so beautiful. It's a challenge, I will say that.
It is a challenge.
But it's a cool challenge, like it. You know, it's a nice steady, it's not like a really, really steep mountain. It's nice and steady.
Although you wouldn't think it when you're climbing up it.
True. But it is, it's nice and steady. It's nothing too exerting.
A drop of air. It is so humid today as well, like super humid, isn't it?
And it keeps wanting to rain.
Every time we think we're at the top, there's another layer. Watch, we'll be climbing one of the tallest friggin' mountains in the Lake District right now, and he has me going, "Oh, that one looks all right." Yeah.
Let's get back cracking at it.
I'm so glad we did it though. I feel exhilarated. Like I know my cheeks are red, so I know my heart's been pumping there. Like,
Ooh.
and to be up this high as well when I'm terrified of heights is like another achievement for me. Like.
So we're getting to the top, but obviously at the very top it's just windy as out. So we've just stepped down a little bit just to shelter away from that wind, so the phone's not going. But wow, not bad for our first mountain climb, eh? Right, I say we're first mountain climb. We've done little bits before, but we've never actually done a whole.
Topping that, but this one is
something else, like, isn't it? Roseberry topping was just a very little start of this one.
Yeah, I think this is one of the big dudes. This one is.
This is one of the biggest ones we've done, definitely. Yeah. And we're not climbers. To be like,
we're going to keep coming back though and practicing and doing a different mountain. I think we should.
Yeah, because I like this, I've enjoyed it. I think we should do more of them, like proper ones.
There's so much exploring to do in the Lake District as well. We've kind of stuck in the same areas, but I think this could be a regular thing for a bit, Michael. Even through the winter months, like we'll just keep coming back here and challenging ourselves. And it's the nature, it's soul candy here, like, isn't it?
Really is. So
I've had some spiritual downloads this last few days here.
So for wild camping, when it comes to the Lake District,
they say you can't park anywhere or anything, but you really can.
You can. There is places to stay. You can wild camp. It's finding the right spot. I know it says the locals hate van lifers. That doesn't go to all the locals, because we've met some lovely locals.
The ice cream van.
Yeah, that ice cream. Oh. You know, and the funny looks of the beeping of the horn when people driving past and stuff like that. I don't understand that. I don't get it. The amount of dog poo bags we've found just chucked about
all
it's
over.
crazy.
Like,
you know what? I mean, granted.
What is the point in putting your dog shit in a bag if you're just going to wing it?
Yeah. I go back on what I said yesterday about the locals hating van lifers, because it's not all the locals. It's just, you know, said few. But the Lake District, although the busier parts like the Water and Windermere and stuff like that, although it is really difficult to get a spot where you can spend the night there while camping it in the van, Water, Buttermere, you know, all this end of it, the area, it's a lot easier to find places to pull in. But I think what we'll do is we'll leave you guys here while we
celebrate the rest of our second year anniversary together
on top of this mountain, enjoying these beautiful, breathtaking views, because it is absolutely amazing. And we will thank you guys for joining us this week. Please, if you like what you see, hit that thumbs up, the subscribe button,
and ding on that bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
See you next time, guys.